We moved into Boone Lake approximately 14 years ago. It was beautiful when we first drove in, and this was a new house. So we decided we could get a new house. We could be on a lake. The kids were small, so it seemed like the perfect place to live. We have all the woods out back, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds.
Damn, milfoil. Because of you, I can't enjoy my lake.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Who are you?
Well, I'm Limni. I speak for the lake. You seem kind of down. What's the matter?
I don't know. It's just that the green stuff here, it makes me not enjoy my lake anymore.
Yeah. Well, if it's the milfoil and the algae that you're worried about, I think I can explain. You see, I'm kind of an expert. I'd like you to meet Phosphorus. Phosphorus is an element, just like hydrogen and oxygen. It occurs naturally in rocks, soil, and all living things. Phosphorus also exists in the lake water. The phosphorus in the lake is food for all the plants, including milfoil. The more phosphorus we have, the more milfoil we will have.
I think the milfoil has multiplied in the lake since we've been here.
Just lately, in the past couple of years, now that they started putting the chemicals in, I'm kind of curious because I don't think that's going to be a long-term solution. You know, that might work for a year or two, but weeds are weeds.
Well, that's nice and all, but where's all the phosphorus come from?
You see, phosphorus comes from more than just one place. It occurs naturally, and it also comes from human activity. Fertilizers, leaves, and grass clippings all contain phosphorus. So does poop from dogs and geese. Leaky septic systems are also a huge source of phosphorus. And then when it rains, water runoff brings these sources of phosphorus into the lake.
Most of these weren't set up, you know, these were set up as summer cottages. The people that used to live in here when I first moved here was just an elderly gentleman. And before that was just him and his wife here. So, you know, you start throwing 3-4 people in, these septic systems were only set up for, you know, small, like my size cottages, that was it.
A lot of people do have dogs, and a lot of people take them out. I just saw a chocolate lab earlier this week down from the other end of the lake, and this guy was just dumping in and out of the canoe and swimming around and on the rocks and over to the island. He was just having a great time.
I see. Now it all makes sense. But the milfoil comes and goes every year like it's supposed to. So what's the big deal?
I think it's best if I show you. Here, you're gonna need these.
Where are we?
Well, this is Boone Lake.
No, it's not. What do you mean? This lake is disgusting. You look disgusting.
This is the future of Boone Lake. This is what happens if we don't change our ways. This is what happens to the lake and to me.
You mean it could really get this bad?
It could. If we're not mindful of all the phosphorus that we put into the lake, well, the algae will overgrow, the milfoil will overgrow, and our whole lake will just be filled with muck.
The fears for the future is that it's going to look like Browning Mill Pond, which is just full of algae and weeds.
I would just be afraid of seeing problems with the dam again.
You hear other residents, you know, at some of the meetings talk about how they've been here for 30 years and 40 years, and we have a 6-year-old son, and we'd like him to be able to experience the same things that everybody else has.
This is disgusting. Get me out of here. I want to go home.
Just click your heels together.
That was crazy. If everyone's contributing to the lake, isn't it hopeless?
Well, don't be afraid. There's still hope. There's loads of things we can do. No fear, there's plenty of ways to save the outcome of the lake. By raking and bagging your leaves and grass clippings, it helps reduce the amount getting into the lake. You could also use these leaves and grass clippings as mulch, which reduces your need for fertilizers. If you plan on using any kind of fertilizer for your lawn, it's best not to fertilize before a heavy rainstorm. Otherwise, it's more likely to be washed into the lake. A vegetative strip of plants and shrubs creates a barrier between your lawn and the lake, blocking runoff containing phosphorus. If you own a boat, it's important to keep it thoroughly clean, especially when transporting it between different bodies of water. This prevents the spread of unwanted species, including milfoil. Lastly, it's very important to get your septic systems checked frequently. A septic inspection can make you aware of any potential leaks or problems, which could contribute to phosphorus in the lake.
Well, my work here is done. I'll see you later.
Thank you, Libney.
When I first moved here, we were trying to go out on the lake at least every other day, and then we get busy trying to take care of life things, and sometimes I have to remind myself to stop and do it.